YouTube? It's Kate and
John,
and we're back again with another video, just like we promised. So, as you can tell by the title, today we are going to be showing you everything that we have bought in the Philippines as of now. Okay, so before I just jump into everything and start revealing everything that we bought, I just want to let you guys know that we're going to be going over things that we have bought on the streets here in the Philippines, things that we have bought online, and things that we have bought inside the mall. So I have a whole slew of things that I'm going to be showing you guys, and they range from 50 cents all the way to $50. Okay, so the first items that we're gonna go over is stuff that John bought from the flea market. If you haven't seen that video, it's in the playlist titled Moving Abroad on my YouTube channel. You might want to check that out because the market was so crazy and I loved it. One day I'm gonna go back to that market, but we're not in Manila right now, so can't go back yet, but we got some really nice things. One of the first items John picked up when we were at the flea market was some socks. Nike and Adidas socks. First, what I want to talk about is how it's branded correctly. It's branded just like you would find in the store, like in Foot Locker in America. It has men's, it has the size on it, and the logo looks exactly how it should. What about yours?
Yeah, same way with the Nike. This strap around here feels legit, like I would buy that somewhere in the mall or at Target or Walmart. And it looks a little bit funny. The Nike on here looks a little off, but who cares? They're fun and comfortable socks.
What I will say though is the material of the socks is definitely not up to par.
Thin.
Very, very thin. Very thin and very cheaply made. And just like John said, the logo appears to be not really stitched on there, but like stitched into the sock. And it
looks like a fish hook.
Yeah, it looks like someone like hand sewn it into the sock, and it doesn't look official. Since I'm saying all that, I did want to let you guys know that everything that we bought from these flea markets and from the mall, they're all knockoffs. None of this stuff is real. But when I go over each and every item, I'm going to show you like good quality fakes and bad quality fakes, because we bought things that are on a range of good and bad. So, but just know that none of this is what you're going to get in the US, but you're also not paying US prices. Yeah. It's all very cheap, so you're getting ultimately what you're paying for.
And it's virtually the same as far as wearing it around, and the look of it is virtually the same.
Right. I know a lot of people look down on fakes, especially people that are really like sneakerheads and shoe collectors. But just for the sake of this video, I'm going to go over each and every shoe and the quality of it and what's fake about it, what's not real about it, etc, etc. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next item. I'm going to let John talk about these items because he specifically picked these out for him.
These watches were fun. I like watches. I have a bunch of different watches. This one I thought looked really nice, and I enjoyed the feel of it and the look of it. And you can't tell that it was only $2. I mean, that is crazy. So it probably won't last long either. The coating on the side is actually kind of bubbly even. But it's good for a night or two out for $2. And I found this one for Kate.
A Michael Kors watch, you guys.
And it looks legit and authentic. Not perfect. It's just fun to have these things and be able to wear them out once in a while. And same price, it was $2. And then I did like the socks a lot, and these were $1 a pair. Then we made sure Kate got some jewelry. I'm
gonna talk about this jewelry. So the first thing that I got, this was $1.50, you guys. It's a gold chain and it has a J on it because I wanted to wear John's initial around my neck. So yes, I got a gold chain. I'm not sure what kind of chain this is. It's flat, and like I said, there's a J pendant on here. And this was just at a regular jewelry stand that had a bunch of gold chains, a bunch of pendants, and I put together the chain and the pendant. It wasn't together, and he only charged me $1.50 for both of them. From a different stand down the street, I got these earrings. They're really small, but I liked them. There are flowers on each one, and they are purple, blue, green, white, and red, and they're gold. These were 50 cents. 50 cents for these earrings. You can't beat that.
The next thing is the shoes. I thought they looked really good. These were $10.
The all-white Air Jordan 1s. You don't really know the quality until you get home and you start inspecting the shoe. So of course for $10 I knew that these were going to be a fake, but I didn't know what the quality was until I got home, and so I'm just gonna talk a little bit about that for you guys. This right here, you know, I wasn't expecting to get anything good because of the price. The very first thing that I noticed about this shoe that was off-putting for me was the top stitching here. It's very wrinkly and just not together, and from a distance you can clearly tell that they're not real. These do not pass the real/fake check. So another thing that concerns me about these shoes is the stitching. It is literally falling apart. I have never put these on my feet, not even one time, and the stitching inside the shoe is already falling apart. The bottom of the shoe to me looks exactly like Jordan 1s. I've owned quite a few pair of these, and it looks pretty close to what you would see in a real Jordan 1. So I would say they nailed it on the bottom of the shoe. The toe of the shoe also has some serious stitching concerns and definitely can identify a fake here. Now, the number one thing for me that was like a top, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this shoe is like this, is the tongue. So the tongue is very, very flat. All right, it's very flat. It has no type of cushion or body to it like the regular tongues do. The Nike Air symbol on the front of the tongue is just very, very cheaply made. The whole thing is just cheap. The stitching is coming up. I can literally stick my fingernail through the stitching. The inside of the tongue, the stitching is also falling apart. This was my main concern with this shoe about the tongue.
It's almost see-through, really.
Yeah, it's almost see-through. The size thing that's on the tongue, which I don't even think should be on the tongue. I think it's supposed to be inside the shoe. You can actually peel it off. I'm not going to peel it off because I'm going to leave it in there, but you actually could peel it off. It's just a sticker. And for me, that's the top thing that I'm like, wow, you know, y'all tried to get it right, you know, with the body of the shoe, but if the tongue ain't right, I mean, you might as well throw the whole shoe away. At
first I was thinking, why does Nike allow all these knockoffs in the Philippines? But then I realized what Kate said is they can't afford a $100 or $300 pair of shoes. So I would think they would allow it because at least they're being advertised. There's Nike stuff everywhere, even though for the most part or all that's a knockoff. But I think that's nice to let people enjoy the Air Jordans and everything else, and it still advertises.
Overall, I would rate this shoe probably, I'd give it a 4 out of 10.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, not a 3 because the bottoms of the shoe are good. The tongue of the shoe, I mean the toe of the shoe is pretty good, you know, except the stitching. And it was a good attempt at making the shoe, so I give it about a 4 out of 10. Alright, so we have the white Oreo Jordan Retro 4s. These are knockoffs, but what I'm going to say is these are very high quality to be a knockoff. I had to actually look up a video about how to identify a knockoff to prepare myself to tell you guys what parts of these shoes are not created properly, because on first glance when you look at them, you can't tell that these are fake. These are made very, very good, I would say. These were $50, so a little bit more than the $10 pair, but obviously not what they retail for. These retail for $190 in the US. The first thing I want to talk about is just the body of the shoe and how close it is to the regular Retro 4s. I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I don't see anything wrinkly on this shoe. I don't see anything that I'm looking at it and you're like, oh, those are fake. They're wearing knockoffs. I don't see anything like that on first glance. First thing that I really checked out was the tongue of the shoe, and I just want to say it's good. It's good. I was very surprised at the quality of the tongue of the shoe. It has the snakeskin feel to the front of it. It has the Air Jordan tag on the inside of it, and the tongue for me passes the fake check. The grading on the front and the sides of the shoe also is done very, very well. When you're looking at it up close, you can see that it doesn't line up properly and it's not fitted properly to the shoe. But again, that is just something that you would have to really, really be looking at the shoe to know that it's a fake. The stitching is done very, very well on this shoe. The shoe bottoms are done perfectly. The toe of the shoe is done perfectly. Even the Jumpman on the back is done very, very closely, if not identical to the regular Jordans. The flap is perfect. Did you want to add something?
I'm just saying she couldn't wait to do this video because she wants to wear these so badly.
I want to wear these.
And you're a shoe.
Yeah, yeah, I love shoes.
Yeah.
I collect shoes, and I don't have a problem wearing these. That's how close they are to the real deal. I've owned a lot of pairs of these, and these look and feel just like the pairs that I own. Like I said, I had to actually watch a video to identify things on the shoe that, you know, made it fake. The inside of the soles, they're done perfectly. The inside tag says made in Vietnam, and it has the US size, the UK size, the Europe size. It has everything that a regular Jordan shoe would have. It even came in the correct box. This is the correct box. Because they're fake, I can't give them a 10 out of 10, but I'm going to give them a 9.5 out of 10. That is my honest rating. There's nothing on these shoes that scream fake.
Last but not least, are these
the Jordan slides.
They look really authentic to me, and like quality. You can tell it's a little bit less quality when you look underneath here, but overall, I think you're gonna like those. Just
like the other Jordans, I've owned a lot of pair of Jordan slides. I would tell you just right off the bat, lifting these up and feeling them, they're very, very, very light. They feel like air. There's no cushion. They're very hard, very hard. The soles of them are like a plastic. They're not comfortable feeling at all. I haven't worn these either, so I can't really speak about how they're gonna feel on my feet. But just from the look and the feel of them, they feel fake. They don't look fake. I actually owned a pair of these slides that I got from Foot Locker that look just like these. So they don't look fake. On first glance, you can't really tell that these are fake, but again, with all three of the shoes, you can tell by looking at the stitching of the shoe that it's not made in a proper factory like a Jordan factory. They do say Jordan on the back like they're supposed to, and they have the Jumpman on the top and the Jumpman on the side right here. Overall, for these shoes, I'd probably give them a 6 because they're not as bad of a quality as this, but they're definitely not top tier quality like these. They're kind of somewhere in the middle. So I rated a 6.
It's really cool that we were able to get all this stuff. We had a fun day out, and we spent under $100 for all of this, and half of that 100 was right here in those shoes.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, I'm not really I don't wear a lot of just knockoff stuff, but it's a fun day out. You don't spend much money, and you may wear it a few times.
That brings us to the end of the video, guys. I hate leaving you guys, and I hate ending the video because it's always a sad time. But if you've been here since the beginning, you know what we say at the end of every video, so say it with us, guys. Stay up, stay safe, and stay subscribed. Peace out until next time.